with them as they get excited about coming to university, especially if they're planning to go into the Faculty of Arts.
If I'm not elected to the position of VP External of the AUS, I intend on working on a viable way of bringing back something sort of similar to Arts County Fair, something that is also financially sustainable throughout the years. And I'm also continuing to be involved in Le Club Français UBC, where I've just been elected president. And aside from that, I will still continue to write for the blog squad, just updating students on what's going on in the lives of students at UBC, reporting on events in a casual and relatable manner, and just continue to be around the AUS. And I'll probably also go for a coordinator position. I'd be interested in becoming a promotions coordinator if this doesn't pan out. Just working on that branding and bringing a sense of identity to the AUS.
All right, so just sort of directly engage with that. You said that to possibly bring back an Arts County Fair-like project. What would you do in terms of an Arts County Fair-like project? And more importantly, what do you think the number one reason it was that Arts County Fair wasn't financially viable?
Okay, so from how I understand it, Arts County Fair, in the long run, it started becoming financially not viable because their turnout started declining towards the end of its run. Towards like the 16th year and so on, and there was the huge debt accrued and so on, and so I think perhaps like a way of going into it would be to look at the budget really carefully, budgets of previous years, try and engage greater student involvement, because like with the upcoming block party, the students are really excited about this, and for a really long time, a really big thing I've been hearing among students is we would love to go to something like Arts County Fair if it was started up again, if it was done up again, promoted again. I believe there was a movement of some sort last year to try and get it back. And so a way of making it financially viable would be to really gauge the interest of students beforehand and then plan accordingly to that. Don't overreach our abilities without knowing where they are at the present moment, I guess.
Did you have any comments on that as well?
So I would like to move away from the actual idea like Arts County Fair, not like say a concert type thing. I want to work towards more of a different type of event. I haven't really thought of something, but something that will definitely bring up all the students together. I don't know if the concert is the right way because that's an image that is past, and I think we should really kind of move forward from the past. You didn't just watch it. Okay, yeah, then I think that's what I want to say about that.
All right, and then in terms of, you both have talked about raising interfaculty awareness and raising interfaculty relations. What advantages do arts students get, like concrete advantages can arts students get through interfaculty relations that they can't get through their own faculty?
Okay, so the benefits of interfaculty relations. I think for me, what I've experienced is best is the fact that you get in arts, right? You get mainstream to think in a certain way, and so does every other faculty. We have a certain way that we are taught to think. Engineers may think one way, and then we're more of a liberal thinkers. I think the best to really become well-rounded as a person, it's really great to earn some insight through other faculties, meet other people that way, and you really get to bridge yourself as a person and grow. And yeah, and you also like learn new things that you might never have really experienced before. So that's what I think about interfaculty relations. And I think interfaculty relations really are a really big important part of being like UBC, because UBC is a huge place and it's where we get to meet all these people, and it's good to meet people from different walks of life.
For me, the importance of interfaculty relations and interacting with other faculties and holding academic conferences, which could be across faculties, like all these things are so important because we're aiming to be global thinkers. Like there are all these different disciplines. They've been kind of sorted into different areas, like arts, science, and so on. But they're so incredibly connected. Like something that could be gained from a scientific perspective, like looking at history through a scientific perspective, or looking at science through a historical perspective. All those are different ways of looking at the world that we can gain from working with other faculties, bridging these faculties together. I don't know, there's this great course, Physics of Music. I think that's brilliant. I sat in on a music theory course, and it totally blew my mind. Imagine combining that with physics. Like it's just the sky is the limit when you combine all of these together.
All right, thanks. And then we've got a question coming in. The question is, Dean Nancy Galini is going to be leaving eventually. I understand it's relatively soon. What do you think we can do to really develop the same high-level relationship and same very good relationship with the new dean as we currently have with Dean Nancy? Because we're going to want to get that relationship back very quickly with the new dean. What would you do? What steps would you do to do that?
I think a very important first step to take would be to actively engage ourselves with the dean once he or she has been picked, and to show them that the AUS is perfectly willing to work with them. We're very excited to be working with them, and to take a look at what are some of the ideas that they have for the upcoming couple of years. Just really keeping a really clear and constant communication with them, I think, would be the most important thing we are going to have to work towards.
So firstly, I would really want to work towards, I would sit down with the executive and the dean, and I would like to know what the administration, like what he would want to see, like what role he would want the AUS to play, and then I would like to discuss what role we would like the administration with his role, how we would like it to work with us, and through that hopefully we can come to a consensus of what way we can both work together to achieving maybe we have similar goals, and where we can work out the differences. That and just constantly communicating with them to go meetings frequently. I really would think it'd be great to establish more of like a frequent visits to the dean as well, to create like more of a friendly environment as well. Sometimes if we can have like just a social with exec visits to the dean to create more of like a bond between not just working but more of like a student to dean type of relationship, and if we can build that, then he might feel more willing to trust us, more willing to listen to us, and I think that'd be the best way to go about it.
All right, first, before I move into closing remarks, I'd like to thank question contributors Foxtrot as well as the Radical Beer Tribune. And now I'd like to invite the candidates to give their closing remarks and keep it relatively brief.
Yeah, so I really want to work towards interfaculty awareness, bringing out that faculty pride. I want to work on the building they're called active artsies, the volunteer network within the arts undergraduate society, which we can help reach out to these students, and through these I think we can build that faculty pride, long-term sponsorships, where we can start at the beginning of the year. I believe we used to have them in the past, and I don't know why we don't have them now, and I really want to work for that. And lastly, I think I'm the person you want because I actually have those strong interfaculty relations across campus already, and I think that will make being the VP External and dealing with interfaculty relations a lot easier. Thank you.
Okay, so for my closing remarks, I'm just going to briefly touch upon my platform again. So, a sensible approach towards promoting and raising the profile of arts through branding and marketing, interfaculty relations, all done in a sensible and clear manner, which is also financially sustainable by combining the funds we have with external funding from sponsorships. And I believe that I can serve you in the best way possible through my, as I've got past experiences working and networking with a huge range of clubs, working with other cultural clubs to put on events, social events, so on. And so vote Mary Leong for VP External. Let's put the rock back in bureaucracy. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to thank all the candidates for their comments. Cheers.